I'm Adarsh Sudhindra, the Vice President for Growth and Strategy at ExcelSoft. Today, we're going to be talking about a very interesting project that we did with a customer in the US. The customer, SEIU Benefits Group, is a large nonprofit training organization in Washington state in the US. They are responsible for training, assessing, and certifying home care aid workers. They train and certify over 60,000 home care aid workers every year who go on to provide high quality home care, nursing home care, and other daycare services in the state of Washington. The company ExcelSoft, we are an education technology company focused on building innovative products and solutions in the assessment and e-learning domains. When we started the engagement with the customer, they had several challenges. They had been traditionally using paper-based assessments in all their programs. They were looking at an online assessment platform. Most of their uh, caregivers, the trainees that are part of these training programs, are immigrants from different parts of the world, mostly from the African continent. So English was not their native language. They cannot afford expensive large screen devices like laptops and desktops. So the online platform that we had to provide had to support multiple devices and form factors. It had to be working on handheld devices. It had to be localized in 17 different languages, not just the platform, but even the content experience had to be supported in 17 different languages. Most importantly, the training programs did not have a way to assess caregivers on the practical understanding of the caregiving concepts and to assess the on-field performance. They had wonderful multiple choice assessments that assessed candidates on the theoretical concepts, but there was no way to assess how they would actually perform on the field. In summary, they needed a fair, unbiased, inclusive platform to assess and evaluate caregivers from different parts of the world. The solution that we proposed was a step by step approach to move from paper based assessments to online assessments. We came up with a solution that worked on the web, desktops, and laptops, that worked on tablets and mobile phones. We enabled localization of the platform. So we had a team of localization experts who did not merely translate the text. In fact, the localization was done taking into consideration the cultural sensitivities, the religious sensitivities, shared experiences, and localization in its true sense was achieved both on the content as well as the platform side. We were able to integrate with all their internal platforms, including many homegrown legacy platforms. We implemented performance based assessments for assessing caregivers on their on field performance, on their practical understanding of the concepts. The solution enabled a whole new way of training and testing the caregivers while ensuring fairness and inclusivity. The solution included, managing the entire assessment life cycle of performance-based assessment. So, uh, the customer could author these performance-based assessments, schedule them, deliver them, score them based on rubrics and workflows, analyze them with rich analytics and dashboards for various stakeholders in the ecosystem. So, how would it work? If I was a home care aid worker being assessed for my performance, I would be asked to perform certain activities. As an example, administer insulin to a 65-year-old woman, or give a bed bath or a sponge bath to a 70-year-old man. As part of these activities, there would be certain steps and skills, and I'll have to go through those steps and skills in order to complete the activity. So when I do my activity, I use my personal device, a camera or smartphone, to record the video of me performing the activity. At the end of it, I would attach the video evidence to the question and submit the assessment. The evaluator can play and replay this video evidence and evaluate the performance based on a well-defined rubric. For example, did the candidate demonstrate paying attention to the client? Did they pay attention when the client was describing their ailment? Did they provide appropriate feedback? did they make or not make counter arguments. All these rubrics would be available and tagged to the question. The evaluator would grade the evidence based on these rubrics. In addition to that, the evaluator can also pause the video at various places and add notes, mark objects, add annotations, give their feedback directly into the video, and then save the video. As a candidate, I will not only receive my score based on the rubrics, I'll also be able to replay the video. And then when I replay the video, I would see the feedback from the evaluator, the annotations, the markings in line in the video, thereby giving me direct first hand feedback about my performance. So this entire solution was implemented after doing a very detailed requirements gathering exercise. We used ExcelSoft's Saras test and assessment platform. That was the heart of the solution. We were able to achieve clean, well-defined integrations with all of their existing platforms. The whole implementation was done in two phases: a pilot phase with a handful of programs and a small number of test takers, followed by the full-blown implementation with all the 25 programs and over 60,000 test takers. We were able to transform the overall assessment strategy at the organization. What used to be paper pencil based assessments in one language was now online assessments in 17 different languages supported across multiple devices and form factors. In effect, we promoted inclusivity across the organization. We ensured accessibility of the platform, and we most importantly enabled the use of video evidences for assessing candidates based on their on-field performance. So we were able to transform the training and testing process with efficient, repeatable and scalable process. Scalable as in it could be scaled across the state, it could be scaled throughout the country with ease. And thereby we ensured strong qualified workforce coming out of these training programs. We've been able to conduct over 2 million online assessments in the last 4 years and achieve significant cost savings by switching away from paper based assessments. Uh, now, over 25,000 candidates have been assessed using the performance based assessments. And because of this, we have been able to give direct feedback back into the curriculum. And we are able to identify using these video evidences that even though students do really well on multiple choice assessments, but they are actually performing the activity or task in the field, we are able to identify cases where more emphasis needs to be given on certain concepts. So that feedback is going back into the curriculum. Thereby, we are able to achieve great improved training outcomes across all the training programs. And we've been able to improve adoption and reduce drop rates. These caregivers are all millennials. They love technology. They adopt technology very quickly. It makes them feel at home. Hence, we have been able to significantly reduce the drop rates of the candidates enrolled in the program. So, this has been the impact and the transformation of the project. Take care.